Chapter 29: Fasting and Altered States of Consciousness. Fasting has long been associated with altered states of consciousness, not only in spiritual and religious contexts, but also in psychological and physiological ones. Across various cultures and traditions, fasting has been used as a tool to transcend ordinary mental states, allowing individuals to experience heightened awareness, deep introspection, and even mystical or visionary experiences. In this chapter, we will explore the connection between fasting and altered consciousness, drawing from historical, cultural, and scientific perspectives. Fasting as a spiritual gateway. Many of the world's major religions and spiritual traditions view fasting as a way to access higher states of consciousness. In Christianity, for example, fasting is seen as a method of purification, enabling believers to empty themselves of worldly concerns and become more attuned to divine presence. The practice of fasting is mentioned throughout the Bible as a way to seek spiritual guidance, humility, and closeness to God. In Islam, during the holy month of Ramadan, fasting from dawn to sunset is intended to sharpen spiritual focus, enhancing clarity of thought and devotion. By abstaining from food and water, Muslims believe they can detach from the physical needs of the body and better connect with their spiritual selves. Many report experiencing a sense of inner peace and heightened awareness during fasting, especially in the final days of Ramadan, when the fast is most intense. In Buddhist and Hindu traditions, fasting is often seen as a means of cleansing both the body and mind, preparing individuals for deeper meditation. Buddhist monks may fast as part of their ascetic practice, believing that the absence of food quiets the mind and helps transcend attachment to material desires. Hindu yogis and sages have fasted for thousands of years to achieve mental clarity and cultivate the discipline necessary to reach samadhi, a state of enlightenment or union with the divine. Shamanic cultures and indigenous peoples have also used fasting as a precursor to spiritual journeys, vision quests, and rituals meant to evoke altered states of consciousness. In these traditions, fasting is often accompanied by isolation in nature, where the lack of food and water pushes the body to its limits, creating an environment conducive to mystical experiences such as visions or encounters with spiritual guides. Physiological effects of fasting on consciousness. From a physiological perspective, fasting induces several changes in the brain that can influence cognitive function and consciousness. Prolonged fasting, especially beyond the 24-hour mark, leads to a shift in the body's energy sources from glucose to ketones, which are produced by the liver from stored fat. This metabolic shift, known as ketosis, is believed to affect the brain's function, potentially enhancing focus and mental clarity. When glucose stores are depleted and the body relies on ketones, individuals may experience a sense of heightened awareness, sometimes described as fasting-induced euphoria. This feeling is thought to be related to the brain's adaptation to using ketones for fuel, as well as the release of endogenous cannabinoids and other chemicals that affect mood and perception. Autophagy, the process by which cells recycle damaged components, is also triggered during extended fasting. This cellular cleansing is believed to contribute to improved brain function, which may explain why some individuals report feeling mentally sharper and more creative after fasting. The absence of food-related distractions may further enhance cognitive function, allowing the mind to focus more deeply on internal processes. In addition to ketosis, fasting can increase the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports the growth and maintenance of neurons. Higher levels of BDNF are associated with improved cognitive function, learning, and memory, potentially explaining why fasting can lead to enhanced mental clarity and introspection. Fasting and mystical experiences. The connection between fasting and mystical experiences is well documented throughout history. Prophets, sages, and mystics from various cultures have often fasted before receiving visions or undergoing profound spiritual transformations. For example, Moses is said to have fasted for 40 days and 40 nights on Mount Sinai before receiving the Ten Commandments. Similarly, Jesus fasted in the wilderness for 40 days before embarking on his public ministry, and during this time, he is believed to have encountered both divine inspiration and temptation. In Native American and other indigenous traditions, fasting is a key component of vision quests in which individuals seek guidance from the spiritual realm. By abstaining from food and water for several days in isolation, participants aim to transcend their physical limitations and access higher states of consciousness. These altered states are often accompanied by vivid dreams or visions, which are interpreted as messages from the spirit world. From a scientific perspective, the combination of physical deprivation and mental focus during fasting can lead to hypnagogic or hypnopompic experiences, which occur at the boundaries of sleep and wakefulness. These states of consciousness are characterized by vivid imagery, auditory hallucinations, and a sense of detachment from physical reality, and they are often associated with mystical experiences. Fasting and meditation, a synergistic practice. Fasting and meditation are often practiced together to amplify their effects on consciousness. In many Eastern spiritual traditions, fasting is seen as a way to prepare the body and mind for deep meditation. By removing the distraction of hunger and the physical processes of digestion, fasting allows individuals to focus more fully on their inner experience. In some cases, fasting can induce an alpha brainwave state, which is associated with relaxation, creativity, and heightened awareness. This state is often achieved during meditation, and fasting may help facilitate its onset by quieting the mind and reducing external stimuli. The combination of fasting and meditation can also lead to transcendental experiences in which individuals feel a sense of unity with the universe or encounter a profound sense of peace and insight. Many practitioners report that extended fasting combined with deep meditation leads to a feeling of being outside of ordinary time and space, allowing them to access deeper layers of consciousness. The role of fasting in modern psychedelic practices. In recent years, fasting has been explored as a tool to enhance the effects of psychedelic experiences. Some individuals who participate in ayahuasca ceremonies or other plant medicine rituals use fasting as a way to prepare the body and mind for the journey. By abstaining from food, they believe they can reduce the risk of nausea and other side effects, while also creating a more receptive mental state for the psychedelic experience. Similarly, in the context of biohacking, some people use fasting to enter altered states of consciousness without the use of external substances. By pushing the body into a state of ketosis and prolonging the fasting period, they aim to experience the heightened awareness, focus, and clarity that fasting can induce. These modern fasting practices, while often framed in scientific or health-related terms, echo the ancient spiritual traditions that have used fasting as a gateway to altered consciousness.